What's up, traders? Back with another daily recap. Today, I've got some interesting stats to show you in Tradezella. I'm up 276 today across 5 funded accounts, 15 trades because it's copied across 5 accounts, and all of them were winners. So today was a good day. We're going to talk about that in detail in a second. It's really 2 trades to break down. Before I get into that, if you did not know, our automated VWAP and key level indicator is now available at luxalgo.com/ASFX. You can take advantage of this. It will automate all the VWAPs that you see me using and the key levels of opening range and the initial balance. So your high of day, low of day VWAPs are automatically changing. Your start of day, start of New York session, previous day New York VWAP, all of that is automated for you. I also posted the teaser for my podcast coming out this Saturday with Brett Simba. He's the CEO of Tradefy. They're one of the new firms offering instant funding. I'm up on my account with them. I'm enjoying it so far. And of course, I'm going to keep you guys posted on if I get a payout, or I should say when I get a payout with them. So we're going to go over these 2 trades. But before we do that, you see today's P&L. I want to show you something that's very interesting. So this is my trading from August to today. So basically 2 months minus a couple of days. If we go up here in Tradezella to the top of the screen where it says filters, and we filter it by side, let's look at first just my long trades over the last 2 months. You can see I'm up, wow, 6,666. That's kind of rare. I'm up $6,666 across my funded accounts. 60% day win rate, which is the sweet spot, I think, for payouts. 63% trade win rate. And you can see no major red days, a couple of them, but way more green than red. So August, you can see the calendar here. And then if I go to September, really good here. So what's the issue? Well, I think this is what's screwing up a lot of you guys. If you look at shorts over the same time frame, 44% day win rate, 33% trade win rate. If you look at the quantity of trades, you can see here total across 6 funded accounts, only 75 short trades. And it's hurt me. It's cost me $4,000. So I really could be up 5,000 something, almost 6 grand so far this month across my funded accounts, which would be great. If we look at the amount of trades on the long side versus the 75 short, literally 290. Of course, that's copy traded, so that's counting every trade and add-ins and stuff, but way more trades to the long side, and it's more profitable. Some of you have way more trades, long or short, and it actually hurts you to trade that much. For me, trading to one side of the market as we break for all-time highs has been very easy for me. It's been much easier to be long. So I would recommend, because I've said this to myself before, if we end up in the future, let me just take it to a daily chart really quick. If we end up in the future much higher than we are now, right? If you look at Ryan Dietrich on Twitter, he shared a stat that said we are going to be on average 14% higher after a year after they cut rates when we're near all-time highs. Out of every time we're higher, and usually about 14% higher. That would take ES to 6,600. And then of course with rollovers and stuff, even higher potentially. So at this point, breaking for all-time highs, and I've said this to you guys in the past, you want to be bullish. If you remember at the beginning of this year, we broke past that 4650, 4630 level. And I said, now is not the time to get bearish. We're breaking for all-time highs. And of course, there's still going to be red days. Here, there were 4 red days in a row, 2 red days in a row, 3 red days in a row. But look at what you would have missed if you stayed bearish. Just in, the start of this year until April, you missed 13, 14% to the upside. So what I'm recommending for everyone is you don't get overly bearish right now just because we're at all-time highs. In fact, lean a little bit long. My stats tell me the longs have been easier. So now you know the interesting stat about my longs and shorts. Big shout out to Tradezella for not only hooking me up, they hook up our mentorship students with free access, and I've got a discount code if you guys need it. You can click the link in my bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's down in the description. The code is ASFX10 for 10% off your monthly, or ASFX20 for 20% off the yearly. Now, let's get into today's trades. So we took first longs on stream this morning, my ASFX TV stream. We saw a double bottom at the opening range low, long at 9:57 in the morning, working 57.94. I was out 2 of the contracts at 98, locked the stop, and then closed the other piece of the trade here at 96. So a small win, small scalp, put me up a couple dollars on the day. I was a busy guy today, had a lot to do, so I didn't take any trades midday. And then we came back on Power Hour for ASFX TV. I put the trade on 15 minutes before 3 p.m., right before Power Hour started. And as we held this blue line, which is previous day New York VWAP, I added in. So I had just 4, nothing super heavy. My stop is at low of day, and I'm looking for some drift into the end of the day. It comes down. As it comes down, what was really interesting about this is on Bookmap, which we use on stream, I'm going to show you, there was a block of orders at 74. Once those orders filled, you can see right here, this horizontal block. Once those filled, see how there wasn't any more big horizontal blocks that formed underneath? That told me that that might act as support to go fill this block above at 84. And that's exactly what it did. If you take a look, we'll go back to the markup. If you take a look at the trade, we filled to 74, and then we came back up towards 84 to finish the day, right at 84. I'm giving you the last 2 prices. I'm not going to say 57 every single time. But that Bookmap today really helped me with this trade. What I'm looking at on Bookmap, and maybe I should do more videos about this, is I'm looking for solid horizontal levels here and here. I'm not looking at the trail on the top and the bottom of current price, because those I think are like algorithmic orders, and I'm not really using those to pull price. I'm looking for something like this, where I've got 300 or 400 contracts sticking out to me. When this red block came on, it was like 500, almost 600 contracts. So that pulled price down, pulling on liquidity. And once that filled, because there was not more orders on the book underneath it that popped on, that told me it could be support. Because if more orders came on below, those would then act as liquidity pulls, and they would suck this thing lower. So it kind of transitioned from the 74s up to the 84s based on this block here. And that was why I stayed in the trade in Power Hour on ASFX TV. And then at the very end, if you go rewatch the stream, you'll see I dropped the take profit and I got tapped out of the trade at 84. I was also bringing up my stop loss on the trade as it was coming up towards the end of the day, because I want to minimize that potential loss. So a lot of good lessons today. If you're down this month or down this week, if you're struggling, take from me this: work the longs, everybody. They're a lot easier. I would recommend to any new trader, don't try to trade both sides of the market. Pick one side. It's a lot easier if you're just looking for longs or you're cash, you're flat, or you're just looking for shorts or you're flat. Looking for longs and shorts all the time gives your brain too many decisions to make. And a lot of you monkeys can't handle that. I can't. Longs have been very helpful. Working one side has been very helpful for a lot of our students in the Black Shirt Club. And that's the tip I'm sharing with you today. So hopefully it helps. I'm up this week. We're looking to finish the week strong. I will see you guys tomorrow on ASFX TV.